Hey folks, Queen Roadkill Candy here, and today it's a pickup slash box opening. All these are tarot and oracle decks that I got at the thrift store for $3.99 each Canadian, and we're going to open them up and see what's inside. So this one I recognize, but there's actually two decks with this backing, and oracle decks. Just going to see if I could adjust the camera to get... Oracle decks are a little bit bigger than tarot decks, but... Yeah, okay, this one was $2.99. Some of them were even less. So, I was gifted a pirated version of this deck, so now I have the real one. And each of these came with two decks, it looks like. This one has a book. So, let's flip through this one first. Because I think I have this one. Maybe I don't, because like I said, there's two of them. There's also two versions too. Now, can I get the whole thing in? That's the real question. Alright, Death and Maiden. Oh, nice, we got keywords down here. Invasion, boundaries, violation, dominant. Alright. Strange Valentine, that's cute. The Three Fates. Oh, I'm so happy I have this. It's quite thin, but I don't care. I paid, so it was $2.99, right? So $1.50 for this. Even if there's a card missing, Lantern Fairy. I don't care at this point. Like, I paid so little. I am so happy. I'm going to have to find a box for this because I just, oh, I love this. I mean, the artist has the same name as me, so, like, obviously I'm going to buy it. I actually, a lot of tarot books, or tarot decks, I bought art books of, like, I didn't know they were tarot decks or oracle decks, but I bought art books of, or I had, like, school folders of as a kid, and it was just, I don't know, something called to me, and then I found out years later that, like, all these art books, I bought, like, several art books, like, over 10, were actually tarot and oracle, and the same with some of my folders from school. And so now, as an adult, I own the decks. Because I came from an incredibly religious family, so, you know, you can't have those in your house. I had to hide my Cardcaptor Sacro deck and my Neferti tarot deck. It's the gold leaf, beautiful. Like, okay, see this? I have Magic the Gathering sleeves of this. And then I bought an art book. And a bunch of these cards are actually in the art book. I bought it at Indigo from their art book section. Like, I think this might have been on the cover. It might not have been. It's over on the bookshelf somewhere behind my records, my art books. So I can't really grab it. But yeah, oh, it's just, it's so gorgeous. And I'm so happy. I mean, I bought a lot of these, so it did add up. But I mean, like, what? These things are like between $30 to $50. Canadian each, depending on where you buy them. Yeah, this is the box, if you have the box. And again, I wanted the real one because I was gifted a pirated version of this deck. So now I got the legitimate version. So I'm so happy. So that was the first deck in bag one. And obviously each of these are going to get flip through videos because you're not going to want to watch all of this together, I assume. So, like, there's going to be this big video of the pickup slash pack opening. So this is going to tell me if I'm missing any cards. I have no idea. Here's the back. Kind of nice Excalibur type looking thing. So let's see. Believe in Dreams. Oh, I love the cardstock. It's that slippery, kind of like easy to clean, typical feel for oracle cards. I love, 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 love the texture of oracle cards. Just absolutely love it. I love their size, their shape. I don't feel like bad for like using them because some decks I feel like I'm gonna like rip them, and just because they like almost have this plasticky feel. I do have some tarot decks that are like that too. And I know a lot of people complain that they're too hard to shuffle, but no, not at all for me. These are nice. They're kind of Thomas Kinkade, but they're still nice. Tom's Kincaid has become kind of kitsch, I suppose, but it's still like very talented art. This one is by Mario Dugue. You know what? Just don't quote me for people's last names. So yeah, they had like oracle decks and tarot decks mixed together and affirmation decks, and I know everyone's been telling me that I need to like have little affirmation reminder things, and like, well, it came with an oracle deck, so why not, you know? These are unfortunately a little bit bigger when you need baggies, because if you go to a Dollarama, Dollar Tree, they have these very nice in the crafting sections bags. They're perfect. Absolutely perfect for decks. I like them because they have these little embroideries. They got some like shiny ones in there that kind of have that like Middle Eastern type cloth vibe. Like, you know how there's the fancy cloths that the kings or queens used to order? Not the silk, but like that kind of cloth vibe. And then there's some burlap sack ones, and one of them has like the fresh like butterflies and everything. So there's some really nice bags for your decks at the dollar store. You can also make your own. You can support your local shops and buy some there, or you can support local artists with buying their bags. But that's just what I mainly do when it comes to bags, because I don't know, I kind of like that, like, you know, like buried treasure kind of cloth, you know? Like if you were to find like a king's, you know, tomb full of stuff, like what kind of cloth would you find in there? And that's kind of the vibes, right, that I get from those fabrics. So infinite potential. Oh, this is just so amazing. Oh, I'm just so happy. Like I said, it came with the book. It feels like they're all here because this is about like a typical oracle deck like size, right? Like they're usually like, I don't know, 40 to 50-ish cards. They can be any size really, but yeah. Anyways, I should get on to the next one. So this one's really thick. Let's go with I guess we're going with an affirmation deck. So I can't really see in the bag. They might be two-sided ones. I hope not. Oh, there's some gilding in here. These might be a few different decks. There's another one that has gilding. So, I mean, Gemstone Guardians. Okay. That goes with a deck somewhere. Oh, is the Gemstone deck in here? That would be nice. Or is this the Gemstone deck? Okay, we're just going to move that to the side because I don't know what is what. Okay, that belongs to this. That has a different backing. They kind of have them all mixed up. Backing looks like this. So this belongs to this. Just want to make sure. Okay, so there we go. These are the gemstones, I believe. Looks like gemstones there and there. Then looks like that. Here is the back. So these all look like they're one deck. I don't even know. Like, I'm not even worried. Like, with an oracle deck, it's not imperative, I think, if, like, one card is missing. But it's pretty easy, honestly, if one card's missing, to go on to eBay. And people will actually buy decks, and they'll sell one card from each deck, and then you're able to get, like, whatever cards you're missing. Considering how expensive these are new, because a lot of people used want, like, $40 for these decks. I mean, they come with the boxes and the books and everything like that, but well, that was $3.99, and there's multiple decks in here. So I am not worried at all. The shift of Gaia, the great shift is here. The beginning of a new unity of Earth is emerging. You're in the right place at the right time. So these are kind of nice. You know, instead of a picture, you got a little blurb here to read. Never had a deck like this. I was wanting a gem one, and these look to be about gems. I assume that belongs with this. Sorry, I was blocking the text there. Go ahead. I'm not going to read them all because we have a lot of decks to go through here. A lot. This is going to be a long video of what I've picked up. I assume that you're have this on in the background as you're cleaning, or maybe you're working with your own cards, or maybe YouTube algorithm has just randomly changed it to this and you can hear me in the other room. You just can't get to the TV yet. But yeah, there's going to be a fair amount of decks here we're going to go through. And then I will figure out the names of each of these, and I will do a flip through of each of them on my channel in case at some point you just want a specific deck. Because, I mean, honestly, these are the best ways to decide if you're going to buy a deck. I mean, I look up videos on them. Cardstock's good. Nice and flexible. Again, it's that nice slippery cardstock. It's not too thick, as you can see. For this one, I assume this is the Archangel Gemstone Guardian deck, but I am not 100% sure at all. So, all right, and that is another, I didn't put these the right way. Now they're all mixed up. I'll fix it later. I'm just going to put these to the side, and we can go to the next deck. Here we go. Okay, so here's the backing of this one. Looks like we got little blurbs here. Turn this around. No idea about this deck at all, but we're going to flip this over. Looks like it's one of these two-sided decks. It's got nice gilding. I'm not really a two-sided deck kind of person, but you know what? For the price I paid, I remember this is all from the $3.99 pack. First two were from the $2.99 pack. I don't care. It'll be nice to try working with these, know how I work. Never had one, but I assumed, just because it feels less random, that it would be less interesting. Oh, hey, we have another card here for the Gemstone deck. And I recognize this deck. I actually gave someone this deck before for, I think it was Mother's Day, my mother-in-law. Yeah. I think this is like the Blessings deck or something like that. Yeah, I definitely gave it to her. She spent a lot and got, it was an affirmation deck, but it was kind of like in between an oracle deck and affirmation deck. So I got her like this oracle deck, so I thought it kind of had that mood. I know my mom wouldn't want any of these kind of decks. She would be fine if it was like an affirmation deck, but nothing else. So I've definitely already done a video on this deck, so I'm very quickly going to go through this. A lot of people like this deck. A lot of people have opinions about this deck, strong ones. It's been out for quite some time. Be flexible. That's right, guys. Be flexible. Call on your runner. Take your time. Listen to your heart. So there is a lot here, and we still have like over 10 bags to go through. Yeah, like 13 bags maybe. Okay, so that was the second bag, and I recognize that deck. Now this one, I know I saw half in another bag, so I'm kind of waiting till I open up the other bag it's in. Let's go through this one. This deck, I've generally been curious for a while. I wanted it, and now I got it, and I paid $3.99. I saw a lot of people using it, and I was like, that kind of looks cool. So let's see. We have the book here, Angel Answers. Probably won't jive with me. Probably will more jive with my husband. But it's still nice. Oh, look. There's just a straight up yes in this deck. Alright. A year from now. Abundance. Ask for help from others. So super shiny, super lovey-dovey, little more than fairies, which is what I prefer. I think my husband's gonna like this deck a lot. It's more his style, for sure. But yeah, it's like that first deck we saw. That's my style. I still love the cardstock in these, though. Like, bendy, not too thick in my opinion. It's gilded. So that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And these cards are stuck together even though they're not new. Or maybe they just... You know what? I bet you they didn't even use this deck much. And why is there 2 yeses? And then that's probably why they got rid of it. Because, you know, they probably are like, nah, doesn't jive with me. And again, they are stuck together. They clearly didn't really use this deck. Ask your angels. Well, it is an angel deck. A lot of people prefer the angel decks. Big happy changes. Choose a new direction. Yeah. Compromise. Don't stop feeling. Forgive. Get more information. Hello? Help people if you believe. Improving health. No. Just big no. There's 2 no's. But they have different art. Okay. Not terribly sure on that. No need to worry. Worry a bunch. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Let go. Listen to your intuition. Look for a sign. Meditation brings answers. And that is the last one. It's a little bit harder to tell. Again, these are beautiful gold gilded. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Kind of a worn up ponytail that came with this, but whatever. What else is in here that is... There's so many to go through. Oh, I recognize this deck. I recognize that. That's the good tarot. Alright. So, looks like there's 3 decks. This was $3.99. I have a good tarot deck that I got as a gift. Again, it was one of those small ones, which means it's a pirated copy. Looks like Mongolian deck. A Mongolian deck. Okay. Or Hun. Let's put that right there. Let's go through the good tarot. Looks like there might be some... No, some of them are backwards. It looks like the rug pattern of the... Yeah. So I absolutely love the texture of this. Just like a Oracle deck. If you're like, you know, I like Oracle decks, but I don't really like tarot decks. They're just like, they feel different. I'm going to suggest you go with the good tarot. A lot of tarot readers do shadow work hate the good tarot because it's a lot more sunshiny. And, you know, sometimes people's mental state can't take the hard truth. They've gone through too much. They've heard too many bad things. They're just in a place where they need a break, and this is what they should be using. Nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Some people just need to take a break. Like, avoiding it or having that toxic positivity is not good. Oh, the moon card's like my favorite in this deck. But the thing is that sometimes people just need a break. And I think this is, instead of death, they have transformation. So I just think this is a really good deck for that. I also think it's quite modernized because some of the deck, like Transformation, is what Death would be, right? So, and people are like, what, Death? Right? And it's just, I think it has a lot more modern meaning. So if you're like, man, it's just too old or I can't connect, this might be a good deck for you instead. If you're like, nope, do shadow work, not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole, then, you know, it's not your deck, you know? Other people need different things, like, I don't know, if your friend's, like, getting out of an abusive relationship, I'm going to suggest if you're going to get them one, that this might be, like, a nice deck, just to give them, like, a break from life for a bit. Totally think, you know, like, this would be a good one. I love the art for this deck, like, absolutely gorgeous. It's that kind of like collage-y fantasy drawing style type thing going on, and I absolutely love it. Now, I did a full flip through of the Good Tarot because I was given one before, as I said. So, I mean, if you want a full flip through, then I suggest that. But yeah, this is a really good deck. Highly suggest it. Because sometimes, some people, this is going to be the energy you need. And plus the back's like a rug, which is pretty cool. I think that's cool. I think it's a rug. You know, so it's like the base of your house type thing, you know. Kind of putting goodness into the base here. Trying to flip through these ones a lot faster because we still have a lot of decks to go through. A lot of decks. And remember, I barely paid anything for each of these, and multiple decks are coming per baggie. So, okay, so that was the Good Tarot. I already knew I loved that deck. Nice to have an official one also. Oh, I think there's a few more of the Good Tarot mixed in here. Yeah, you can tell by the rug pattern. I'd have to count them later and see if all 78 are in here, but now is not the time to do that. This just reminds me of early 2000s DeviantArt. That's what this reminds me of. I don't know if the artist was on there or what. We have a business card mixed in. Okay, that was mixed in with the tarot deck. And okay, so remember that other deck I was saying that I saw some cards mixed in with other decks? So let's just move this over here. Huna Prayer. Paul. Okay. This was mixed in a few of them. Didn't know what it was, but that's cool. Alright, let's take a look at this deck. So, Mongol / Hungarian or Hungarian. The Huns, which are the ancestors, kind of vibe it looks like. Yeah, this is a, yeah, definitely. Alright, I'm going to give this to my husband for sure, because he's of the Huns that are descendant of the Mongols, so I will give him this deck. This is definitely a deck for him. There they are with their yaks and all that kind of stuff. Very pretty. Get my fingernails out of the way so you can see it. The cards are really, really big, though. Like, super, 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 super big. Yaks are very important. Oh, here's some more cards mixed in of the Good Tarot. The Magician. The Magician looks like Santa. More of the this kind of energy here. I wonder, though, like, why someone got rid of so many. Like, it's probably because they're moving away. I know a lot of people are leaving our city. In general, because it's an oil city, so a lot of people just kind of leave. And I mean, so there's like really great things at the thrift shops right now. As long as you work for the city, though, like, it's pretty good. Very, very nice. I love how it's kind of like a cloth background. You can probably see over here on the side. Just can't really move it into frame because I have to keep flipping the deck because it has some sideways cards. I'm sure for some people that makes it dynamic, and other people I'm sure it drives them crazy. Alright, and here is the back. So it's kind of that, it's the rising phoenix of their people. So yeah, that would be, yeah, that is their sign. They're children of the phoenix, if you didn't know. Set that over there. What else? Okay, so since some of the cards for this deck was in there, and again, this was $3.99. Let's see what these cards are. Like, you can't see what they are. They completely blocked it off. It's just like pretty backs. Okay, so we got a courage card here. And it's one of those two-sided ones. Keeper of Light Oracle cards. That is what this is. Here's the back. I'm going to put the few I already have from the other ones. Very religious, it looks like. Again, I think this is a deck that I am going to give to my husband. All these kind of angel energy decks. I'll give them to my husband. All his kind of jam. There. It is quite a big deck, and I know I saw another one that had more of these. So the camera keeps wanting to focus on the booklet. A lot of historical people to read about. Historical myth characters, I suppose. Or perhaps active deities, depending on your outlook on life. Yeah, and that would be Keepers of Light Oracle card. Or at least I assume. No, this is a book to a different deck completely. Cool. Alright. Let's see if that deck's in here. What else we got? This is a gilded one. Let's see what this gilded one is. $3.99. We still have like 8 or 9 to go through. Look at that. Power of Love. Oh, I get it. That's why there's wedding rings. This is going to be Affirmations. Nope. I think this was the Keeper of Light deck. Okay. They put the completely wrong deck with it. Oh, that's ironic. I guess it's good that I bought them all. Oh man, these haven't even been used. Look at this. Look at this. Oh man. I gotta admit, I actually like the art on this one. Oh yeah, Horus! Woo! Isis, yeah. Joan of Arc. Kalima. Oh man, these are really stuck. You can tell that they haven't, whoever owned this before didn't use these. Did they have too many? Did they get like some and then get sick? Like, how did this work? This is one of those, like, respect all the religion decks, I believe. Mercury. Odin, yeah. Kuang Yin. These do not want to. There we go. Divine Director, what? Come on. The Holy Spirit. You know, I think this is another one I'm going to give my husband. White Eagle. And Charity. Okay, so that and this go together. Keepers of Light. So the other deck was not Keepers of Light. As this thing tries to escape. There was an elastic around here. There was one. Alright. So that's all together. You know what? I'm going to split this up in 2 videos. This is already 30 minutes. So this is the first half. We still have all this in the second half. Thanks and bye.